What you? It ain't but one guy. Hold on. It ain't but one guy. We ain't but one guy. It ain't but one guy keeping him away from him. That's Terence Crawford. Hey, but one guy.
Everyone in the room picked you to win. Everyone that I asked. Everyone.
Except for me, guess what?
Because I heard he could really play.
No. He can't even be Shakur.
He can't fuck with me.
Who? You.
What's Shakur lied to you?
You lost. I seen the video.
You ain't seen my video.
Oh, I didn't.
Exactly.
I just seen the video.
Exactly. What would happen?
Exactly.
Now that you take care of business, how does you and Devin Haney end? How does that fight go?
The knockout.
Say this.
Devin Haney being at 147, he called Devin Haney out. What do you think about that fight if it's 1 or 2 fights away?
It's kind of a tough fight right now because Devin Haney is right back at the top of his game. Devin showed that the weight loss was probably causing him to not have as good punch resistance, and it also probably wasn't causing him to have as much power or explosiveness as he has. He showed tremendous power, tremendous punch resistance in that fight against Norman, and for him to do that means that the weight was probably an issue. Now, if Keyshawn comes up, or if they even do a catch weight, a 143, 144, it's gonna be a very interesting fight because I think Devin has more tools and more IQ right now, but Keyshawn is different. So when you got a guy that's different, and that's what
Terence Crawford cautions Devin Haney to beware of Keyshawn Davis, stressing Haney will have difficulty facing the strength and persistent approach of Davis.
I guarantee he'll beat you though.
How you gonna bet on somebody
I'm
else?
gonna bet on him against you.
I will beat you.
No, you can't beat me, but I bet he beat
Terence Crawford cautions Devin Haney, declaring boxing will devour him if he does not respect the force and determination of Keyshawn Davis.
Sport chew you up and spit you out. You know, out with the old and with the new.
Ali, well, as y'all were asking questions, I think about Muhammad.
Keyshawn Davis, supported by Shakur Stevenson and Terence Crawford as brothers, absorbs all knowledge from Shakur, who declares now is the moment for Keyshawn.
Kinda having our that. Nigga. Come on.
Yeah.
We getting past that, and that was your turn. And I'm not gonna allow and sit back and allow you to even waste that talent that you got. Cause I've been told, Key, for years, bro, you could be one of the best. All you gotta do is just, boom, discipline.
You know, with both of y'all being the best, they always gonna want it. And
They gotta come with it.
You know they always gonna want to see it, though. You know everybody always gonna want to see it.
We get to see it.
Keyshawn Davis confirms that talks are continuing and pledges the Devin Haney bout will occur in 2026, which will be a massively awaited clash.
Let's do it. You know, I know he's dealing with some legal issues. I don't know what happened. He said he had to turn himself in, but I believe he tweeted like, Keyshawn, let's do it. I mean,
he said that?
Yeah, but he tweeted like something like that. Yeah.
Well, you know, Bill was in my DMs. We already was talking about it, honestly, before he even hit the media. So I know it's going to happen in 2026.
And you're good going straight to Devin in your first fight at 47?
If it makes money, it makes sense.
Right. So obviously I want to get your take on your brother, Shakur.
Roy Jones Jr. commends Keyshawn Davis, emphasizing his top-tier competition and exceptional pace, labeling him an ascending force in boxing.
He's fought some elite guys. He's come up short, but he's always fought hard. He's never been stopped. I thought Keyshawn looked really, really good early on in that fight. He looked very poised. And Jermaine was fighting a fight that you typically don't see him fight. Jermaine is known for being very physical, very rough, and he's going to make it dirty if he has to. He was laying back. And it looked like he was allowing Keyshawn to take some ground and get established, but then Ortiz flipped the script and changed the game plan. He started to get into his normal bag of roughhousing and making things dirty. And I said, man, I like that. I was telling Shakur, I was in the locker room watching. I said, I like what he did right there because he went away, let you get comfortable, and then he said, no, here I am. I'm going to be the guy that you actually thought you was going to be fighting, but I'm not going to do it in the first round. You saw Keyshawn have to make some adjustments.
Roy Jones Jr. suggests Keyshawn Davis should have 1 or 2 additional bouts before facing Devin Haney to ensure superior preparation.
Understand me? So you gotta have that intangibleness about him, where he can be a different guy when it's time to be a different guy. You can never count him out. However, if I were pushing Keyshawn, I would have another fight or 2 before I fight Devin, just for experience purposes. And if I was Devin, I would try to jump on it right now before he gets those couple fights, because the more experience he gets, the harder he's gonna become to beat.
Yeah, that's going to be a tough fight. you know, for Keyshawn Davis. And I think in many respects, Devin Haney too. You can't take Keyshawn Davis light. He can really fight. He's really like that. The weight difference is a concern, and it's a fair question. Is he ready now? Is he ready a fight or two from now? But that's the fight, really. If you really want to you want to scream, I'm back. That's the type of fight that you want, because obviously it's in the Turkey Al-Sheikh universe, and that's
Greg Hackett shared his frank opinion on a possible Keyshawn Davis versus Devin Haney fight, speaking plainly on why boxing requires these events. Hackett stated these are the matchups that lift the sport, since each fighter understands the other's advantages and flaws, raising the stakes. He stressed supporters' desire to see top talents compete. Haney against Shakur Stevenson. Haney against Teofimo Lopez, and now Davis against Haney. These conflicts distinguish the finest fighters from others, because lower-tier opponents cannot match them physically or mentally.
There's things each one of them know about each other. They know that those are great fights. We need those fights. We need those fights. We need the Dev and Shakur. We need the Dev and Tio. We need the Africa and Shakur, the Africa and Tio. Then we need the Gary Antoine mixed in there. We need the Lamont Roach mixed in there. It's a lot of guys. The Abdullah Masons mixed in there. It's a lot of guys we need mixed in there. You know what I'm saying? These are the fights we need. Those other guys, the B class, C class guys, they can't keep up with them, either physically or mentally, or both together. They can't keep up with them. You see it.
What kind of message do you think Keyshawn, made it in possibly the 40 to 47 division, beating Jermaine Ortiz the way he did?
I mean, I don't know. 47 is a different division.
Hackett also discussed the recent Davis victory against Jermaine Ortiz, observing that while notable at 140 pounds, the jump to 147 presents a new test. Yet he does not think Davis is undersized for the class, noting boxers often appear larger on screen than reality. For Hackett, the key issue is if Davis can sustain steady performance and poise while rising. Given his skill foundation and drive, Hackett views Davis as able to compete. A bout with Haney would be the precise caliber of elite contest the sport requires.
Is he too small for 147? He looked good at 40.
No, I don't think he's too small. These guys only look real big on TV. When you see these guys in person, they don't be that big. You know what I'm saying? So he's not too small, no. The thing is, with Keyshawn, can he keep it together? Can he keep it together mentally? If he can keep it together mentally, then we see great fights out of Keyshawn. If he do that he say he been doing, which I don't know if he was lying or not, saying that he was drinking and camp and shit like that, I don't know if that's true. I don't know if it's a lie. I don't know if it's, if he was telling the truth. I don't know. But if he can keep it together mentally, then we see great fights out of Keyshawn.
Say Keyshawn Davis and Devin Haney happen next. Who would you favor?
Analyst recently commented on the bold claim by Keyshawn Davis that no one from 140 to 147 pounds can defeat him. Davis has stated his aim to fight Devin Haney before moving up to welterweight, a division many view as currently stale. The analyst noted welterweight is dry now with few new fights possible. Big names like Ryan Garcia and Mario Barrios are already booked, leaving the weight class needing a new spark.
And he says he wants to fight Jermaine Ortiz and then move up to welterweight, which would be perfect because, like I told you, I really am the best in this business. Like, everything I say is like clockwork, right? It's amazing to me. Sometimes I amaze myself. So what am I talking about? I literally just said welterweight is dry. It's a stale, stagnant, horrible division right now. Not too many ways to mix and match the guys, and then the guys you could mix and match are pretty much busy. The Ryans, the Barrioses, and the Rollies, as I mentioned at the beginning of this video. And I told you it's going to require, this is how it works in the sport of boxing. I know because I've been.
The analyst stated boxing succeeds when fighters advance a weight class, building fresh competitions and chances. He cited cases like Jaron Boots Ennis, who moved from 147 to 154, boosting interest there with stars like Sebastian Fundora, Virgil Ortiz, Jermel Charlo, and Errol Spence. That same plan, he said, could restore welterweight if rising talents like Davis Shakur Stevenson and Gary Antoine Russell move up. For Davis, this step would challenge his ability against larger men and provide fans the elite fights they want. His belief and drive could be precisely what welterweight requires to rebuild its energy and draw significant focus.
40 anymore, just like Jerron Boots Ennis couldn't make 47, and he moved up to 154. Now 54 is cracking. They got 54 out here cracking. Tons of names where you can mix and match the Funduras, the Virgil Ortiz, Jermell Charlo, possibly Errol Spence, Murda Zylev, Boots, right? You got tons of ways you can mix and match these people. 47 right now is dry, so it's going to take Shakur's and the Keyshawns and Gary Antoine Russells or the El Rayos, you know, different Edwin De Los Santos, Matias, different guys to move up to start to purge and like fill out the division. Right now, it's not many options. Again, Devin versus Louis Crockpot is a terrible fight, and I don't know anyone.
Keyshawn Davis has formally stated he will face Louis Crocker before a bout with Devin Haney, despite previously demanding Haney right after his knockout of Jermaine Ortiz. This decision has sparked discussion as fans and experts note Davis never named Crocker in that post-fight talk, focusing solely on Haney. Now with an agreement set, Davis maintains that fighting Crocker first is a tactical step to build his position for talks with Haney.
After you knocked out Jermaine Ortiz, let me get this straight. After you stopped Jermaine Ortiz, you made no mention of Louis Crocker. The first name you called out was Devin Haney, and the only name. Unless I missed the rest of the interview. And now you saying you had a deal in place to fight Louis Crocker next. And then if it's worth your while, then you'll fight Devin Haney. Because, and I get it, he believes that he needs to get this belt from Louis Crocker for them to value him the way he wants to be.
His logic is evident. Crocker possesses a title Davis feels will increase his worth ahead of facing Haney. Yet skeptics say calling for Haney, while aware Crocker was planned, causes doubt and claims of seeking attention. Supporters anticipated a direct path to Haney, but boxing business often decides differently. A victory against Crocker improves his negotiating power and adds legitimacy to his chase for Haney. Some see this as a smart play, while others find it deceptive. Either way, Davis stays among the sport's most discussed emerging talents, and his journey toward Haney keeps building significant expectation.
Negotiations with leverage with Devin Haney. I get it. So what's the point in calling out Devin Haney? Why didn't you tell the world I'm going to fight Louis Crocker next? Because he knows it's not going to be acceptable. If he came out and he says, after Jermaine Ortiz, I'm fighting Louis Crocker, he knows that the fans ain't going to accept that. So he's saying Devin Haney multiple times because he understands what Devin Haney represents. This is what many people will call clout chasing. So you're using Devin Haney's name, but you know you have no intentions of fighting him next? Make this make sense.
Floyd Schofield recently delivered a bombshell with his analysis of the potential Keyshawn Davis versus Devin Haney fight. Schofield recognized both fighters bring excitement, but stated he does not believe Davis can defeat Haney. In his view, Haney's experience and poise give him the advantage, especially after demonstrating upgraded skill in his last bout. Schofield noted Davis looked powerful against Jermaine Ortiz, but Ortiz seemed hesitant and never truly imposed himself, making Davis's win appear more dominant than perhaps it was.
It's Devin. Devin going to show up. It's going to be a great fight with either one of them. Because Devin took a loss, and he don't want to take another loss, whether he got it cleaned off his record or not. He don't want to take another fight,
though. I ain't gonna lie.
Both of them a good fight. Even I don't think Keyshawn is going to beat Devin. I really don't believe Keyshawn will beat Devin.
Too much experience? Why?
I don't know. I just don't see. But off my prediction yesterday, I'm not gonna get that because people will say things. But skill wise, I don't believe this new Devin that showed up his last fight Keyshawn is going to be able to run through like he did Ortiz, a smaller guy who seemed like he didn't want to be in there.
I ain't gonna lie, as much as I don't like Devin, I did not expect Devin to do that.
Schofield also questioned the stoppage in the Ortiz fight, implying the referee gave Davis a gift by halting it too soon without letting Ortiz recover. While he respects Davis's skill and acknowledges his fierce mentality, Schofield believes Haney operates on a higher tier. He noted Haney has taken clean punches from foes without faltering, proving his toughness. Yet Schofield conceded Davis has the ability, size and pace to make it a close fight, particularly if he refines his combinations sooner. In the end, he views Davis against Haney as a strong matchup, but one where Haney's experience and endurance could be decisive.
Even buckle Devin, so I don't know.
And Keyshawn's performance wasn't great. It was good he stopped him, that the referee gave him a gift. Because the ref stopped it. He didn't even give Ortiz a chance to stand up. Not saying Ortiz would have won, but it wouldn't have been a knockout in that 12 seconds. No, that's what I'm saying, but it wouldn't have been a knockout. The ref gave that gift. He didn't even get his man the count to get up to 8. So, or to 10. So, I don't know. I would want to see the Keyshawn and Devin fight.
He do got some dog in him, so I would like to see that.
I like the new version of them, though. I like the God more in it. The maturity of seeing them grow up as fathers. Like, yo, just to see these young men get into these points is amazing, and they still in their 20s. So I can imagine them.
Davis has plainly stated why he wants a fight with Devin Haney. It concerns the championships and the lasting legacy. Davis said he heard Haney may vacate his belts, and for him that is a chance to enter and seize them. He views this as the ideal time to prove his worth at the top level. Davis recognizes Haney brings experience and poise, but he asserts his own youth drive and abilities make him the more threatening fighter.
I vacate them belts, so we just try to get to them jumps, you know what I'm saying?
Is that a fight? Well, as far as Anthony Yiga goes, what does he bring to the table that can make this a difficult fight?
He's southpaw. I never fought a southpaw in pros yet. This is a 10-round fight, so I feel like if I was him, I feel like he probably gonna try to drown me. I think he'll try to come out fast, pressure me, you know what I'm saying, just try to drown me, you know what I'm saying, because I've never been 10 rounds, and I think that's probably his only way he feel like he can just make something happen, you know what I'm saying, because he know he don't got the skill over me, he know I'm the younger fighter, and he know he has the experience over me. So, you know, why not try to drown the younger fighter? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Do you watch tape on the opponents, or you just adjust on the fly?
Oh, I'm a businessman.
When asked about his training, Davis stressed that he analyzes every rival thoroughly. He does not just seek strengths, but also finds weaknesses. If a boxer complains when challenged if they cut easily or how they handle stress. For Davis, every detail is a possible edge. He understands Haney will use his experience to test him, but Davis believes Haney cannot equal his speed force and constant hunger. Davis forecast a knockout, stating Haney will not survive once he faces the intensity. Certain and direct, Davis maintains this fight is to prove he is a top fighter. For him, defeating Haney is not simply another victory. It is the declaration that he is boxing's future.
For strengths, are you looking for weaknesses? Like, which one do you prioritize?
I look for everything. I look for where you get cut at every single fight. I look for if somebody fights you dirty, do you complain? I look for all that shit, because everything that's a weakness, I'm gonna use to my advantage.
I like it. Prediction for the fight.
I'm gonna knock his ass out. He's getting up out of there. He's getting up out of there. If y'all gamble respect on that shit, y'all gonna I'm gonna get his ass up out of there.
You referenced Devin Haney possibly vacating the belts.
Yeah.
Do you think after you get a belt, you'll eventually see him at like 140, 147?
I was about to say shit. Oh, hell yeah. Like, I'd love to go to 140. Like, after I won my first world title, 35, I defended one time. I would have no problem going to 140 and test the waters out there and become a champion at 2 different weight classes, just holding that shit down. Because I know I can do it.
All right, so give me your hit list in order.
All right, everyone. Stay tuned for the latest in boxing news, highlights, events, and stories. Subscribe to Glove Lords and turn on notifications so you never miss an update. Be sure to watch our other videos too. Until next time, take care and stay safe.